we do not have our sorcerer, the divine sorcerer, Cannibal Jesus today. As for things outside of control, but the rest of us are here, and I'm sure that it's going to be all fine. Nothing bad's going to happen ever.
Easy. No healer.
Yeah, no healer.
Yes, things will be okay.
Yeah.
No West.
Guys are totally fine, and also split. Party also split at the moment.
Yeah. Ideal.
Yes.
Sometimes you time away from your friends, you know?
Yeah. Absence will make the heart fonder. So who wants to go ahead and do the recap? Or are you guys just forfeiting the recap? I do it, and you guys don't get any inspiration.
I can start it off.
Okay.
If you like. Sure. Absolutely. So, after N did the whole teleport in, hello everyone! Guns pointed right at her, Sylvie grabbing the note, and Unga's waiting right outside. Nothing bad happens with Unga last session. I'm lying. Now,
What?
Natalie told us to get proof, and N and everyone go out, seek forth. We go and find our friend Unga, and we realize we made the plan during the session, and it took a little bit. Unga does not want to give the location, and wants to make sure that this doesn't fall in the wrong hands. Sylvie's trying her best. Go for it.
Unga also wants to take on the whole army.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, can't forget that.
Swear.
That's fine.
Yep. Oh,
That did happen.
I'll save it.
a very important note. Unga can walk to the moon. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. No, that was not a joke. Not a joke. Unga can walk to the moon.
No, easy. And we decide, okay, so we need a bit of help getting the proof, and we go to your captain. But before that, I apologize, out of order, we first go to the divers. And specifically, we go to the ship, of which you helped wipe down, and we saw the pet? The meow skeleton?
Yeah, no, they don't have a name at this moment, so I'm going calling them the Meow Skeleton.
Perfect, easy,
The
Gucci.
bone lookout.
And we all just talked over a plan, tried to make sure, and we want to see if we can get people on our side so that we have some backup for when we do bring over some proof. We go over to the divers, and Izel believes N. Izel fully believes N for some goddamn reason, because Izel's aware. Izel's been around this block for some time. They know more than I know. They know as much as Collin knows, and I'm scared of that. Collin is Izel. That's my theory.
I do not have a self-insert skeleton in this campaign.
You don't want to be grateful,
But we know.
Nito?
You're not Jonesy?
You don't
To be Jonesy.
do right. I just want a null tooth, but I apologize. I forgot the word for it, but I come back to it. Then we go over to your captain after being given the express. After actually having someone made a roll and got a nat 20 on persuasion for Izel.
We had Izel collect Unga.
Izel collected Unga, but that's after Unga got into a bit of a scuffle to people who ran up on him. I'm making air quotes.
I don't know what the air quotes are about. They did run up on him.
And Unga quickly dispatched of the serious threat that was these two guards who were rounding the corner. Zero cycled.
I will say that when it comes to stealth missions, one of the things I've learned is that it's important to have several fail states so that it's not like I failed a stealth roll, I'm immediately found. So there's ways in wiggle room, and so you can avoid combat. However, you're Unga and you're just really good at combat. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take failure and just attack him anyways. And it worked out.
Yep.
You murder hobo.
Self-defense.
No, it wasn't!
Brave tarnish.
No, it's not!
It was. You guys weren't there.
That's fair. We weren't there.
We weren't there. We really weren't.
You don't know.
Yep.
And you guys, mind if or are you done with your recap?
Oh, basically we go over to your captain, gives a lot more of the political info about what's happening, and about the actual dirty laundry about Natalie from the letter.
Yeah, we do the letter. We talk assassin.
Yeah,
Assassination.
of course. Easy.
I don't went to bed.
And now we have a lot of factions we can support. Now go.
Also,
go ahead.
where we left off at the end of last session was Unga finally was collected by Izel, which Unga almost killed the messenger.
Something else.
But he had the penis on his head, which was very funny and very memorable. And where we left off Izel asked Unga, is it real? Unga said yes. And then Unga said, tell me everything you know, and that is where we left off.
The moon was not red.
The moon is not red.
The moon was not red.
Not red.
So we were
It's still
safe
white.
for a single night's sleep so far.
That is the belief.
That's the belief.
Yeah.
At least
For
safe
now.
from an army of undead.
Yeah.
So, curious question
Yeah.
before we get into it. So because the moon is not red, are they like basically landlocked to the temple until it turns red? You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Like, does the red moon allow them more movement?
Like a reverse sea bear circle.
Kind of, yeah. Like, obviously they need to move at night. I think you talked about last time. But does the non-red moon keep them within that temple? Or are they, like, free roaming at night, basically, in the jungle, and then running back when it turns day?
That would really restrict their movements if that was the case.
Have some proof.
I think this is a great theory, and I'm not going to answer
Can
the
I
question.
roll?
Izel
You
would
wanna roll?
probably know.
Can check
Yeah,
your roll?
what could
Go
I
ahead
roll
and
for?
roll me a religion check.
Perfect.
Oh my god, I got
As you are going into your trance, you have not checked up on Unga. You assume that Izel is going to go grab him. D20, yes.
19.
And then what did you say?
Religion.
20.
So the theory of whether or not these undead are restricted by this red moon, and whether they would have to keep coming back to their guarding place every night in order to like remain safe from the daylight. You have heard that various undead do not like sunlight, and that some of them will be like killed even from it. A famous one of that is vampires.
Right.
Vampires and sunlight don't mix, but at the same time, like logically, you know, you've seen skeletons in sunlight and they're fine. So you imagine that the sunlight does hamper some of them, but you don't, without any more like you actually seeing the ruin or you even seeing the undead army, because you don't even have any proof yet. It's
I
just
don't have any proof yet, that's why I asked.
you don't have any proof, and you don't have anybody saying it except for N and Unga. And Unga does not seem the most scholarly of sources.
What?
Not the
Blasphemy,
shock.
sir. Blasphemy.
So
That's
then,
not cool.
follow-up question.
So I will say with that, you think the red moon might be a warning that they're coming,
Okay.
but you don't think that it restricts their movement.
Okay.
Batman also, and did tell you about the time when the shadows did encroach upon Unga and N. And upon giving Unga the fire shield, they just
Which is fair. But those were only the shadows.
only shadows.
So question again.
Shades. Yeah.
Shades.
Sylvie obviously has knowledge of the island. So if, hypothetically, N were to put that image into her brain, would she know where the runes were based on the surrounding areas? I feel like this was a before session question, but I just thought about it.
It definitely probably was.
I just thought of it, and I'm very sorry.
did do 2 weeks between this and that.
You were sick for half.
Sorry,
Okay.
it's because I'm sober.
That's fine.
It's all good. It's all good. No worries. All good.
Go ahead and roll me a steep history check.
D20 again?
Yeah.
20.
Holy shit.
20?
20.
I will say that as you're going off into your trance, and this is going to be the last thing before we cut back over.
Okay,
to
sorry.
Unga and Izel. It's all right. As you're going off into your trance, you start to think, because you've seen the map of New Pinion, the island.
Yeah.
The city is also called New Pinion. That's super confusing, but it's just kind of what it is.
New York, New York.
As you think about it, you're thinking, well, if they ran here, you know, and like they said that this happened today, that does limit how far away they could have gone. They couldn't have gone all the way as far as the opening channel, as Drop Gate, which is the channel of a bunch of different archipelagus rocks that come into the sort of pool before New Pinion, which is like a small sea. So there had to have been somewhere nearby.
Okay.
And there is a more, because you did get Unga to confess that it was a ruin last session, and not a tomb. To the southeast, there is the Rack Ruins. But generally, it's told like, "Hey, it's dangerous. Don't really go there." And you're like, "Is there any?"
Why it's dangerous?
Yeah.
You're probably killing everybody that goes there.
That doesn't sound like me.
Never. You
Your
could
Honor,
never do harm.
It's called self-defense.
If they came
Every
to-
time?
Yeah.
If they came to your
Crazy, right?
territory, they ran up on you.
Crazy is a word for
People
it.
keep running up on me. It's not my fault.
I just imagine Unga in chains before like the governor, just like, "Your Honor, I drop kicked that child in self-defense." It's like, "No, you didn't."
Your Honor, he ran up on me.
No.
Your Honor, he was not familiar with my game.
I just
He shouldn't have done it.
He shouldn't.
That's
Should've
right.
known.
Just should have known.
Okay.
so
Got it.
guessing it's in that area.
Cool.
Hopefully, the undead army, if it is there, you know, it should be like an army. It should be easy to find. You know.
You would think.
You would think. We cut back over. Now, it's alright. No problem. As you continue your trance, that you're going to continue for the next 4 hours, and you're sleeping, I think, beneath Cho.
Yeah, the body eats nice, you know.
Oh, are you guys that on top of each other?
Are you guys cuddling?
Might as well. So Cho gave me, because the logic of Cho was, if Cho's hammock falls, N is a pancake. If N falls, Cho has a body pillow.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're above.
Yeah, I'm above.
You're above. You're okay. You're swinging in the hammock.
Yeah.
Does N sleep in a ball like a cat?
Oh, essentially like curled up, you know.
Okay.
Like, you know how a lizard like curls up on a rock whenever like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Cho is the
Yeah.
rock. The lovely rock.
Okay. So you guys are cuddling then.
Essentially, if the rope ever falls, it's straight up cuddling with a net between.
Okay, you're not cuddling. You are. There's a net in between. But if the rope falls, you are cuddling.
Yes.
Yes.
Or in operations.
Gotcha.
Right now, there's room for Jesus. I mean, El Mater.
There we go. You're right. Yes.
I was thinking that too.
There's room for Omega.
Okay. So we now cut back over to Unga, who just said,
Tell me everything you know.
"Everything." You guys wanted him to have a
I'm
voice.
so
I gave him a gosh
excited.
darn voice.
Let's go, baby.
I've been excited for this voice.
All right. Well, we should start somewhere then. Where would you like to start? Keep in mind, I have not seen them. I don't know many specifics about this legion.
When was the last time you did see them?
1,600 years ago.
What happened then?
Some Solalian wizard took it upon himself to raise the entire island and smash it. Tell you what, I was glad to be on a boat that day.
So that works. That defeated them. That put them underground.
I've picked through scattered remains, the sundered remains, over that time, and yeah, that seemed to have broken their bodies, or whatever hold they had in this world.
So you're pretty familiar with this whole place, huh?
Had my way around.
Do you know where I might find the claws of Bjorn?
I don't know what those are. Does that have anything to do with the current undead army?
I don't know.
Where did you hear this?
The High Bear Nation.
The what?
The hibernation, of course.
The
Like hibernation?
Now, when I went over on the island before, I came across those frogmen. I heard of their honey. Are you on any of their honey right now?
Not currently.
Okay.
But I was when I met the hibernation. That might have something to do with it, but probably not.
We all might die tomorrow. What does the claws have to do with anything?
I mean, that's more unrelated. But if I do get the claws, they could give me the power to help defeat this army.
Oh, okay. Okay, where are the claws?
I'm asking you that.
I thought maybe you had a hint!
No! Never mind.
Let's focus on what we do now.
Okay.
This undead army has been under there for over 1,600 years. I can tell you how they operate. They either have a White Lord or the Dread Lord operating over top. Regardless, they probably have whites and a white chain of command. They might probably have vampires. I don't know if those vampires survive this long. Vampires need blood. I doubt they had blood wherever they were at a constant steady supply. Are they all dead? Did they all eat each other? I don't know. They most definitely have necromancers who have died and come back. They're going to start scouting. It's the first thing they're going to do is they're going to scout. They woke up, they looked outside, their ghasts and ghouls smell sea salt. They look over, they see a mountain that was there previously tilted. So they're going to scout first. They're going to use shadows and shades as best they can to stick them up on creatures that might see them. They're going to create a scouting party, and then he starts to draw on the map himself. They're going to create a scouting party. They're going to have one more sentient at the top, with probably a number of lower, lesser undead underneath for safety purposes. They're going to. You said they were shades?
There were shades.
They were shades. They're going to use shades as communication between them and the home base in order to pass and relay information, because shades can go through things and they can go faster than even, in jungle environments, which they're going to have to adapt to. They're going to rely on shades for communication. I do remember Bjorn's a god, yeah?
Yes. The mother of bears.
Are you blessed with her divine power?
I am.
That's great! Any amount of holy damage should be... Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
When I met the hibernation, he just took one look at me and said, holy damage spells, I don't know about this one. I don't have holy damage. I'm blessed.
Oh gosh!
I'm blessed with Bjorn's totem.
Okay, what does that do?
It makes me invincible to everything that is not psychic damage.
Wow! Wait, really?
Yeah. I think so.
Resistant. And also, you have an ability. I'm thinking you can ritualistically talk to animals.
I think that was something that was...
so funsies.
I thought that was not part of the bear totem. I thought that was something else.
No, all the totems.
Oh, sick. I can talk to animals, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I haven't talked. Okay. That might be useful for scouting, going further ahead. There will be undead on their side that prefer the shade and prefer the darkness. Now, they're going to fight. If they have to fight in sunlight, they're going to fight beneath shade and canopy. So if you were going to encounter them, you want to do so in a clear area with sunlight, ideally. Now, sunlight's not going to affect all of them. I will tell you, and he's writing down more, if they have a White Lord at the top, he's more corporeal, he's more common. We're gonna end up encountering more undead of a solid nature. But our Dreadlord is less common, but if we had one of those, they were gonna more of an incorporeal ghost, specters, shades, not ghasts.
Can
I
I hit it
have
with
no
my
information.
stick?
What?
Can I hit it with my stick?
Is your stick magical?
With kumquat. It's magical to me.
I've heard of Sequorum deciding weapons are magical to make them so. And maybe you can do it too. Just kind of like... Okay. Okay.
So the White Lords command undead
Yes.
that I can hit with kumquat.
Yes.
The Black Lords,
Dread.
the Dread Lords, are gonna need some sort of magic.
Generally, yes. If you can get a ghost touch weapon, that would be perfect.
How do I get one of those?
I don't know, I'm not a blacksmith.
What are they?
It's a weapon that is suited to killing ghosts. It can touch them. Hence, ghost touch weapon.
Okay.
It's an enchantment.
Okay. Are there blacksmiths around here that will do that?
There are, but do you want to go into the town?
Do I have to? Unga says it like that too, asshole.
This massive guy hulking over this sitting down skeleton with his like white, like flesh, like pirate hat with bones in it. It's like you could get someone else to do it.
Okay.
I'm very. I don't have much information about their current whereabouts. I will. So I've only got enough. And he's like, keeps starting sentences and not finishing. But they are stuck on the island with us. They can walk in the water, but they're not large enough of a force to be able to survive the seas yet. Not going underwater, they would. If they're smart, and hopefully they're not, they'll know the creatures of the deep would rip them apart. Unless they're large enough, and it's a large enough force that it doesn't matter, in which case, nothing that we're doing planning here matters, and we should leave right now. But I doubt that. I just don't know. If if there are any vampires that they still have, they're going to be after blood. They're going to want that. They're going to start recruiting again.
Recruiting from where?
From people. They've got 3 methods of recruiting. Corpses. They find the corpse. Their necromancers can turn it. A few other abilities they have with that. Some of them might have the ability to turn ghosts or shades that they come across. So if you find a corpse, burn it. It might... Desecration of that body might make a spectral spirit more common to come out, but 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna get ashes. And every body that we burn is a body that they won't have to turn against us. They can't do anything with ashes. I can't do anything with ashes. Number 2 is killing them themselves. Whites can take living people and kill them and bring them as zombies or skeletons. Vampires also can kill and turn them into vampires or vampire spawn, lesser ones. These ones aren't as unique as vampires in how it regards. They're more mindless, more hungry. So that's one, killing, which some of them can do during a battle and turn them against you. So if you're gonna fall to a zombie or a skeleton, don't fall to a white. And the final one is turning. This is any true believers. Now, true believers are what they're going to seek after most. People who believe in their cause They're gonna prey on the less fortunate. They're gonna prey on those that want to be numb. People that don't want to feel this way anymore. I, for one, don't feel much anymore. Generally, you retain some sort of feeling in some ways, but I haven't felt pain in over a millennia. I still have a little bit of desire to gamble, but outside of that, there's nothing that really makes me good. Makes me feel good. It's undead. And each undead's a bit different. Vampires, of course, love drinking blood, but you could have figured that out. Now they can get true believers, and that's their ideal. People who really champion their cause, and true believers are more likely to get turned into whites, more likely to turn into shade lords, shade lords and dread lords. Also, if any true believers get turned, it's practically a guarantee that they're going to be stronger than your average. The final method is torture. A living person captured and tortured until they can't take it anymore, and they'll take any out. And being undead's nothing in the 9 hells that makes you number. So, they're going to capture. They're going to keep trying to keep people alive because they're an army, but Dracula always wanted to expand, to move into this plane.
Is Dracula their leader?
She is. She's not here. We would know if she was here. The world would know if Dracula made it to the world, to Tears.
How would we know?
It would be an apocalyptic event. I can play Oreo.
Izel was eating Oreo. Okay.
You talk, I got Oreo. Quick, you got Oreo too. Gosh darn it. The snacks are messing up the scene.
I still remember snacking on Oreos.
I just imagine the Oreos going right through this bone. So then he's just sitting on Oreos.
He just puts them in his mouth, they drop into his ribcage.
It's like chewing on a bone.
Like reaches out, gives it to me, skeleton.
Should we specify that they're toffee Oreos for the people that are not here?
Sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for Jess, who decided to be stinky and couldn't show.
Aw, that was
Love you.
mean. Not stinky.
Absolutely, I'm being mean to Jess. I'm a bully. So.
No.
We've been
Yes. Alright. Back into it.
Anyway,
4 O's.
did you
Yeah,
already
it's
mention
actually-
something about the red moon to me, or do I not know about that?
If Dracula were to come, it wouldn't just be where her army is in the majority that turns the moon red. The entire world would be experiencing a red moon, and she might fix the moon in place. Now, I don't know if she can actually do that, but I've heard she could do that. Their end goal will be to bring Dracula here, but they need to expand before they do that. They definitely have necromancers, but none of them are strong enough to break whatever seal was holding them in, which I honestly was backing on the fact that if there was an army, we'd find out about it, because the necromancers. But if they got stuck there, they weren't strong enough to get out, bound by whatever magics, and then they're going to want to expand. So you might not know about them, but on this island there are some people. They're Solalians. They come from a land over. They're highly magical. They're capable of creating circles. They're called teleportation circles that you can use to go from one place to another in an instant. They have the ability to create these things. As soon as the undead army finds out about any Solalians that are here, especially if they're able to create these, they're going to start shuttling into other places. It's going to become a worldwide problem.
So we need to kill all the Solalians here.
That is an option. That is an option.
How many of them are there?
Well, the Solalians that have this higher up ability, like there are some Solalians here that have very limited magical ability. And they're fine. But we're talking about casters who can cast rank 5. I think it's rank 5? Is it 6? I'm not a mage. But those are going to be rare. And I know that Rosalind can.
Who's Rosalind?
She's one of the pirate captains.
So she's the only one that you know of that can cast those teleportation circles on this island.
There also is an ambassador here. I wouldn't be surprised if they could.
Ambassador. What was the ambassador's name?
Irlin.
Irlin?
Irlin. There also might be a few others. I'm not a mage hunter. You want a pencil?
Yeah.
You need like a notebook, my guy.
You know
There's too many notes for you to like not have a notebook. Take my pencil back.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually know you probably need a pencil for this.
Just gonna good old notes app.
There's also recorded. This is recorded, so you can come back to it, which is the point of me recording that and showing Vega. Hi, Vega. All right. Are you guys all writing down notes?
And what was the pirate captain's name that can cast them?
Rosalind Silist. Of the cerulean hue. Everyone's taking notes nicely. There has been like so many sessions of me just like throwing names and stuff at you guys and seeing if you guys get it.
What was the name of the ghost killing weapon that the blacksmith can make?
Ghost touch. It's kind of enchantment.
Okay.
Which helps kill ghost.
Okay. So those are the only two that you know of on the island.
Those are the only two. I would not be surprised if Rosalind's core burner could do it too.
Core burner.
Core burner.
Who's that?
I don't know their name. But also, the Silver Stacks might have someone.
Silver Stacks.
So, right, because you're an island native. Come with me. He takes you downstairs further into the ship, and you see down here, like he doesn't have any lights here. You can see in the dark, and so can you. As you walk down these stairs, that there are a number of like shackles against the walls, and also there is a large, strange-looking machine in the middle of the ship, and there are like copper pipes-ish running up and down like the vessel of the ship. This is our core furnace. You burn cores in here, you get an magical application out of the ship. I've got my own touches, and I don't actually need this for much, but it helps with the arcane cannons. So, these things need to be maintained, these things need to be upgraded, these things need to be changed out. Silver Stacks is where we go to change this, and they do upkeep. Although generally, if you have a solid core burner, they'll do it themselves.
So Silver Stacks is a business.
Yeah. It's like a market. You can go there and buy things. It's a lot of magic. It goes in and out of there. A lot of people sell things of magical variety, a lot of things buy things of magic variety. If you want to get cores, you go there. Cores are expensive. They're getting more expensive by the day. Inflation. March keeps buying them all up. I don't blame him. Scarcity. Sloan's making a profit by it, though. Oh, look, I'm getting off track. All right. As he's musing about the pricing of like magical art, it's very much like.
And then goes like, "What is currency?"
You talk to like a fishmonger, and he's like, "The sale of octopus isn't what it used to be."
He's got a fresh catch every single day, but now it's like
No one else is gonna believe unless you get You have to grab one.
How can I do that?
You're gonna need one that can talk. So I wouldn't rely on any of the skeletons generally. They can't talk. Any zombies can't talk generally. If you could get a white, that would be a feat, and that would work. A more likely outcome is that you grab a ghoul or a ghast. They're very similar creatures. They're both fast. Although a ghast is a stronger ghoul generally, and will lead a group of ghouls. Now, I will be fine fighting against one of those because I am not vulnerable to their paralytic abilities. They get their claws and they're biting on you. It's entirely possible you freeze up and then they rip you to shreds. They run quickly. You'll be able to know if it's a ghast based upon the stench. Ghasts they're stinky. That's how you know them. And also, they'll generally be larger than the ghouls. So, if you get one of those, that would be ideal. If you get a ghost touch net, I suppose you could get one of the incorporeal ones, but the more reasonable option is a ghoul or a ghast. And they're also more stable. They can be in the sunlight, which means that if you were to grab one of their vampires and accidentally hit it to the sunlight, it might just combust. You might lose any information we might get from that. If you get a white, target whites as you find them. Even if you can't capture one, kill it. Whites are harder to make. They're generally true believers. And also, a white will have undead underneath it. Skeletons, zombies, the sort. And it'll be controlling them, organizing them. But a zombie by itself isn't that much of a problem. An average guard around here can handle one zombie.
Yeah, your guards around here really aren't that impressive.
Why do you say that?
No reason.
Make a deception. Make a deception check.
6. Oh right, no, that's a 9. That's a 9.
Plus or minus.
Pull up
Let's
his
see.
stats.
Just a 9.
Just a 9?
Not good
Just
or
a 9.
not good or bad at lying. Just lying.
All right. Just kind of like. Maybe he sees through it. Maybe he sees the fact that you've got like a blood splatter on you, maybe. And
Let's say I do have a blood splatter on me.
And Izel's just kind of like focusing on other things right now, as you guys are down here talking. Do you have any questions?
If I bring one of them back, and people don't believe this proof, because everyone wants proof, no one can just believe this, will you come to bat for me and say that this is what it really is?
You bring one alive? Or...
Alive, or say I bring back the corpse of a white? Because they won't know what it is.
You bring back a corpse of a white, and it's like an attacked corpse. Sometimes they age rapidly after they die. That just might be vampires. It's been a while. And I have memories of this. Whites can control undead underneath them. You kill the white, the undead underneath them go free to do whatever they wanted to do. And this makes them less organized and also means that you might just get random roaming undead, but you can pick them off. One skeleton's not that difficult. 20 skeletons shooting volleys of arrows in a clustered group. It's battle strategy. Whites do battle strategy. You get a white. I'd be concerned to show my face around light.
What do you mean?
Whites can pick up other undead that other whites have dropped, incorporate into them. It depends upon the skill of the white, how many they can have under them. It's ranging. I don't want to get picked up.
Okay. So you can't go near the whites.
Ghouls. I'll be there all day. I might take a few ribs myself. Ghasts and ghouls. They'll bite you and they've got claws and stuff. But if you want to grab one, don't worry about them bleeding out or anything. Chop off each of their limbs. Tie them up by the neck. If you can tie the mouth closed, great. If you can't, whatever. Put a rock in it and sling it over your back and bring it over. They'll survive sunlight. They'll survive enough of being delimbed that you can get them to talk. Without any more information, I can't do much more. Outside of, I can make plans about what I would do if I was in their position, but I had information that they don't. I would, if I was them, I'd go to back. I would, and he's like looking at like a map of New Pinion. And like you've never seen like a map of your island before. But he's like drawing it out. I would try to get shifts in order to close off Dropgate and turn this entire thing into a prison, and then slowly take over. And he's like knocking his heads around himself, like knocking these ideas together. But he does seem to, like, you could roll an insight check on this if you want, but
I would love to.
Go for it.
6. 7.
7. Hey. She talking a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo.
It do be like that.
It do be like that.
Jess took up all the good luck for the day with the 19 and the
That was
20.
wild.
Speaking of good luck, you also get your inspiration for doing the
Gucci.
Yeah. It's getting late though. Got a few not slave pallets right now, but you could take a rest if you need.
I think I will. Tomorrow I'm going to try to go get that evidence of the undead army. Do they have a name, or are they just the undead army?
The Embraced.
Then I'll go look out for the Embraced.
Good night, Unga.
You too.
And Izel goes over. Taking a long rest?
How long is a long rest?
It's 8 hours, but you're tired. If you don't take a long rest, you're gonna start getting exhaustion.
Alright, long rest it is.
Long rest. Okay, cool. So there's like a sinewy hammock. You get in that, I guess?
I've slept in worse. Unga has slept in
Moving
worse.
past it. You get into the sinewy hammock. You start dozing off. You're on a ship, which is new, and the gentle rocking of the waves as it is high tide, as it always is at night, lulls you into a sense of sleep. Now, I'm going to have to ask for a very important perception check from you. And out of the kindness of my heart, you are unconscious, so it'll be with disadvantage. So you're going to roll twice, take the lower number. But if Jade feels nice, she can give you her inspiration, and you can do a straight roll.
I want you to take a straight roll at it, dude.
Or you could roll the dice and just take the disadvantage with perception check and hope that you do it good enough. The DC is 10.
Take your pick. Let's do it before you roll.
Yeah, do it before you roll.
What do you want, Jesse?
Can you give me the inspiration?
Will you shake a poor sinner's hand? Of course.
You whispering about this.
4.
Could have been worse.
Oh.
Could have been
Did I just die?
That was a sigh. That was a sigh.
In which case, your first round in combat, you remain unconscious. Which means it's now my turn.
And you are... Don't say Izel. Please don't say Izel.
Aww. Is this a betrayal moment?
Izel opens up with multi-attack. The first attack, because you are unconscious, is an automatic critical hit. Which means it will deal double damage. If he misses, you're good to go. Let's see if we feed the bloody dice tonight. The 21 hit you.
For how much damage?
Does it hit?
Oh, does it hit?
Your armor class.
15.
Okay. So, that was a very important roll earlier. Eight points of damage, doubled to 16 from a crit. As you see standing above you, as he's lashed down into you, your eyes now open as you are serrated across the chest. There is Captain Izel with two bone swords with shark teeth up and down the blade. You see past him, standing on top of the staircase going down, a small dwarvish woman of a pale, sunken-in complexion undead, wringing out her beard of water as you see on her, it would be her, I think her left shoulder, yes, that it is more translucent and ephemeral in nature, as if out of her bones there just leaks this undead magic, as Izel makes his first slash towards you.
That's a white.
Second attack. You're now conscious. And I will be kind and not give him advantage on a second attack. 21 to hit.
15 armor class.
It's 9 points piercing damage.
So I was at 14. Now I am at 5 HP.
You're at 5 HP. Do you say anything?
I don't think he'd be able to hear me if he's under the command of the white.
That's not what I asked.
I say, Izel, what are you doing?
A soldier does as he's told. Last attack. It's a 19 to hit.
Please roll low. Please.
Can I do anything about this?
He can't dodge, nothing?
No.
This is a hate crime.
It's 8 points of piercing damage. As his third sword slash slashes into you, you begin bleeding out. As you are now like cut free of this rigging, as Captain Izel is there, and just there's a command issued from the white in a language you do not understand, and Izel like opens up, and you see pouring out of him 15 skeletons come around and surround you. In a similar way to what you did to two guards, Captain Izel takes his sword and ends Unga.
You know what we really could have used right about now?
What?
A healer.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have a healer right now. It's kind of weird.
Chill's sleeping, it's fine.
You know, that would probably be pretty helpful. Also, if you guys all like stick together. to use Izel's later actions.
So now, keep going. Never mind, I won't ask my question yet.
So now indeed. Now indeed.
Okay.
I see nothing. I'm dead.
You find yourself wrapped in black funeral cloth. It has wound its way around you, layer after layer of soft black cotton that crisscrosses its way around your body. It has circled up your arms, across your chest and back, down your torso, and finished at your ankles. Your face, hands, and feet remain bare. Your body is numb. Your wounds, scars, marks from your previous life remain on you. Your mind and spirit come out of a great calm. You are dead. You are clothed to appear before Anubis, god of death, he who lays final judgment. The jackal-headed god stands before your felled body. A scale of a set of eight-sided scales to his right hang awaiting. As you are on the ground in this space beyond space, what do you do, Unga?
I attack Anubis with kumquat.
You reach back to grab a kumquat, and kumquat's not there with you.
Do I still have my gong?
You don't have your gong. You just try to haymaker the god of death?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You take your fist and you wind it back, and you see like the distance between you become eternal. The space is forever as you throw a punch and it goes nowhere. There is an eternity between you and Anubis, and as the punch ends, you are in front of him. And he remains unfazed. The god of death remains patient.
What do you want from me?
His mouth is not open. He does not speak. His words are known. If this were to be written in a book, it would not be put in quotation marks. He just would have a different font that he talks in, as if he is a narrator himself. Written in the word. A truth. And a question. Do you appeal to any deity?
Bjorn, mother of bears.
You may make your plea.
I have lived my life seeking out nothing but strength and survival, and that has not been good enough for my god.
Is that what you say?
I don't know. I've never seen a god before.
Keep going. This is your final words.
And to such, this goddess has not helped me, and I renounce her. That's my last act.
You renounce Bjorn.
I do.
It is now time to weigh your heart. He reaches in towards your chest. Are you doing anything about it?
Not at this point.
It doesn't hurt. You are beyond pain. For pain is for the living. Reaches past, pushes your funeral shroud just to the side, grabs your heart, pulls it out, and places it upon the eight-sided scales. And you see that as it places it there, the bottom right of the scales, or left depending on what you're looking at, plummets down to the ground. You've lived a life alone. A selfish life. caring only of yourself, and not for the rules of the world. Your heart is weighted towards evil and chaos. It pulls towards the Anubis. It pulls towards the abyss. Bahamut, the Prince of Beasts, the Horned King, lays claim to your soul. Do you say anything? Do you scream at him? Do you yell out? Do you attack? How do you respond to being told you're going to the abyss?
Anubis? Do I know his name?
This is Anubis, the guy you're talking to.
Yeah, but do I know it? Does Unga know his name?
Religion check, why not?
Oh, yeah.
D20.
2.
No idea who this guy is.
Great.
Large creature.
Very fast, large.
In my defense, I did not live a life of evil. Those small children ran up on me.
I have met each and every one of your victims. Go.
And they didn't tell you the same thing, that they ran up on me?
The abyss calls to you. There will be screaming and gnashing of teeth as you get pulled from where you're from down into the abyss. The layers of hell where Baphomet, the Lord of Minotaurs, the Prince of Beasts, the Horned King, who has his eternal hunt, and you spend your afterlife being hunted.
R.I.P. Unga.
Those people really did run up on him.
And now I think they're gonna run up on you for the rest of your
Sure will.
Sylvia, you finish your 4-hour rest. You have no idea if Unga made it to the ship at all. And also, all of that information that you guys got
You don't
Yes, no.
No, you guys don't have the information.
Because, yep,
And you don't know
I don't know.
that flippin' Izel, the one person you trust, is now working for the undead.
Working for? I thought he was possessed.
What's the difference?
Oh
One of
my
the
god.
same, yeah. Lovely.
I need to know if he was disingenuous the whole time.
Aw. Not the betrayal.
Maybe your second character.
Alright, it's Luigi time.
We'll workshop that name.
We're not working.
Darn it.
Now that name is there to stay.
The stars show. It is
So,
Can I see a book so I can start putting together my new character sheet?
yeah, I think I can send you a link, but
So I'm awake.
Mhm.
Are you still sleeping?
wake up earlier than me. You went to 4 hours.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You did long rest.
Essentially, yeah.
Got it. Cool. So now I'm awake, and Sylvie's probably incredibly aware that, like, they're probably gonna die. Like, they have no idea where the runes are currently.
no, you just figured it out. The Rack Ruins,
Oh!
right?
Oh!
That's the last thing that we did.
No, that's so real. I don't know why I thought that like didn't count because I wasn't like I was just yelling out questions that I had. I didn't think they counted. So Sylvia's probably grabbing a map. Scratch everything I just said, low-key. So Sylvia's probably grabbing a map and she's trying to basically workshop some sort of triangle place that they could have come from. Because she's aware that these are like kind of the closest runes, but she's not too sure exactly if... Because runes typically have more than one entrance. Don't they?
Ruins?
Yeah. Don't they typically have like hidden type of entries? Depending on how they're built.
Ruins, specifically, you think about the ruins that are happening because of the fact that the Sundering happened. There are some ruins that have multiple entrances, many entrances. There's some ruins that are entirely encased in stone, in mud, you can't get to it all. They have 0 entrances. There might be multiple entrances. There might just be the one. There could be 7. There could be 50.
So that's not knowledge I would have.
Well, that ruins could have a number of.
If the
openings.
wreck ruins have.
I mean, there are ruins of on top. So it's not like how many entrances does a circle have?
As many as I want.
Yeah. You could approach it from other directions.
Okay.
Unga probably know more about it.
Yeah, rest in peace.
no.
So Sylvia's probably trying to kind of figure out, based off her island knowledge and kind of the snippets that she has heard from everybody else, kind of what their potential game plan could be. Because I think Sylvia kind of realizes that she may potentially be on her own knowledge-wise for this, based on the lack of remembrance that N has, plus the lack of giving that Unga had previously done. So Sylvia's probably trying to workshop this to be like, this is our plan for tomorrow. But I almost feel like she would try to figure out if her captain was still up.
Oh, like awake?
Yeah, doing work, chatting. Because I feel as if, Avi trusts my captain with my whole heart. But now I'm feeling like a little suspicious. For unknown reasons. And I'm a little nervous.
Okay. So you have free reign of the deck.
I know
Nobody
I do.
is like, hey, where are you going?
That's real. Actually,
Going
I forgot.
into the captain's quarters, that is more limited. But you,
I would have more free reign to get closer, though, right?
yeah, like no one's gonna be like, hey, why are you going up the door?
Yeah.
But as you go up to the door itself, the lights are not on, and the door is locked. And there are some people. There's like a few people out. This is really late at night.
Yeah.
Like this is getting to the point where we're starting to get to like morning, essentially. Like
Dawn.
Like the beautiful purple hues
Yeah.
are starting to come over.
Period. Okay.
The door's locked. You do have proficiency in thieves' tools.
I know I do. And I have really high dexterity.
Yeah.
Very good at this. Exception.
But the outcomes could be worse than what I get.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, if only we still had an inspiration left to help.
Maybe we could.
R.I.P.
Maybe we could. Is what it
Okay.
is.
You have trash luck, by the way. I just want to let you know
That
Jesse,
was
that you
so
have
sad. I
consistently trash luck rolling.
I got a nice roll on the roll that I used to take out those 2 guards that were running up
You did.
on me.
You did. That was great.
You're only good at murder, apparently. So I'm looking at. Just.
And apparently I've led a life of evil chaos.
you think?
No, I don't think. I think they ran up on me.
I'm not thinking anymore. I'm thinking about it. Damn it.
Can I hit him with kumquat?
Nah, Conquest's up there.
Damn
What's up? You held up your hand like you were in school, Jess.
Could she replay the memory of talking to Izel and do a perception check?
What do you want to know about? This is trying to remember Izel. Okay. What do you want to know about Izel?
What is his problem? Because, obviously Sylvia doesn't know right now.
Yeah.
But I feel as if she has worked around these pirates long enough to realize when somebody is hiding something, even if they aren't explicit about it.
Okay.
It's, her whole thing is that she finds secrets, even though I can count none.
Thinking back to the conversation with Izel and trying to figure out if he had any secrets, this is going to be an insight check because of the fact that it is a, thinking back to it and you're not there, the DC is higher. But the problem with failing is, nothing.
So what does that mean, DC is higher?
So
My point of, getting a good rating is, a good choice option is higher. Does that make sense?
So when you take the d20, you roll it and you add a number to it. And based upon the resultant roll, is say you roll your thieves skill, your lockpicking check for that lock, and you rolled a 4. That's not great. You have +6 to lockpicking, so that's a 10. If it's a really bad lock, you still are good.
Got it. Okay, I understand now.
So the higher, so essentially the number that you would need to hit in order to get a good outcome is higher.
And if I feel this, I technically don't lose it. Perfect.
Yeah.
3. It's okay. +0. So
Going around today.
it's fine.
Honestly, Anubis,
RP.
sorry, other undead people, undead related. Captain Izel showed a remarkable amount of vulnerability during a conversation with him. How he was scared. That's not something that,
Yeah.
you think that he was being incredibly honest.
So she would pick up on that there was some sense of anxiety there.
Oh, that he was scared of the undead army?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Sylvie. Sorry, brain work. That was all I had. Which is, so him being scared is super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last session, you mentioned to your captain that he wanted to run. And she responded back with, if Izel wants to run, I respect that as a tactical decision. Because that's who Izel is. If you're going into a military, now...
So him staying would also be considered weird then? Even regardless of him wanting to help us.
Possibly.
Help.
And everyone's been telling you that you should be scared, you should be careful of Izel.
Yeah.
But
Gee, I wonder why.
R.I.P. So I think she'd start to question the capacity of Izel and everything else that he's kind of told them, because I don't think we gave him anything in return for that information. And I don't feel as if that is something that he would just give up willy-nilly without a motive behind it.
he did give you information, the fact that if they were here, they were going to be
No,
scattered.
we didn't give him anything in return. We gave him Unga, which he collected and we have no idea about.
Well, you assume you gave him a location of Unga.
Yeah, so that's technically all we
Oh,
did.
right.
So in a way, it wasn't an even trade, and he's a gambler. He would want a big score.
Yeah.
So now she knows he was lying.
I mean, he could have been lying. He could have been being very honest.
I don't know.
I also think that this is flavored by the fact that Unga just died.
No,
and
that's
if we hadn't
fine.
had this,
No,
we
that's
wouldn't have had this
fine.
conversation.
Because Izel kind of scared me anyway with the bone hat. So I'm
The
fine with
bone
that.
hat was cool.
No, it was. But very odd. And I don't enjoy the whole Russian doll thing with the bones, so it freaked me out. Anyway, so I think she would start to realistically question him and kind of question. I don't want to say she would question her own captain, but the fact that there was this. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
I'm questioning your own captain, questioning every captain
Yes.
is a valid thing to do.
Which she already does. However, in the face of this near-death thing, typically, I feel as if most of the pirates would have just ran.
They don't believe you right now. Except for Izel.
See,
But you convinced Izel to stay. He was running. Until
which
you
is fair. However, I feel as if they obviously have some sort of plan, even if it is fake, because they're going to protect what they have. Even if it's a fake, not real plan that we have no proof about. Because most of the time, at the end of the day, they're only there for themselves.
You mull over these questions, and I would also love for you to mull over these questions continually.
I
Text
will.
me about it. outside of the session, which I think would be great. Because then it's just more like delving into a deeper.
Here's my word vomit.
I do love how you are respecting the world as a real place.
Yeah.
How, which I put a lot of like time and effort into making things believable and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got your 4 hours while everyone else is asleep. What do you do?
So she's probably looking at the map, and she's honestly probably making sure all of her own weapons, and items that she has are kind of as put together as they can be, as sharp as they can be. I feel as if she's going through the chest that she carries of all the things that she kind of grabs to see if there's anything that she knows of that she could use in the future.
Outside of your normal kit, I will say that you have your normal kit.
Yeah.
Was there anything sentimental in there?
Love that question. Give me a minute. So I feel as if she has a... I don't want to call it an amulet, but I will say, because I don't know...
Is it a locket?
Maybe a locket? And I'll say she has a locket that she typically keeps locked away because it's realistically invaluable, but it's the only valuable thing that she has. And it probably has some of the ashes from when her village got burned down. LOL.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
I have relentless endurance that I didn't use.
Run it back.
Run it back. I have relentless endurance. That last shot didn't kill me.
You know what? I feel like I would get crap for this for forever if I didn't let you run back.
Let him rage at least.
So,
Okay.
pause, play the tape back, go back to your death.
Alright.
Wait, I actually also want to say, in all fairness, this could be happening at the same time.
That is
The
fair.
exact same time.
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, that's right. You took it
Because I just woke up.
Yeah.
And you died very,
Okay.
much as I was going to bed.
So,
Yeah.
I have
here's
1
the problem.
HP.
You're at 1 HP. Shark Tooth Sword.
There's 15 other guards around you,
If a
too.
creature gets hit by this attack at least twice this turn, they are dazed. Dazed, you still get a turn. Normally on your turn, you get movement, action, bonus, and then reaction. With dazed, you have no reaction. And you can pick one of these 3. And you are surrounded by his crew. As a bonus action, Captain Izel used skeleton crew and deployed 15 skeletons around you.
Are you in the underbelly?
After your turn, it will be the skeletons.
All 15. Love this.
Well, they can't all 15 get to him. They're melee creatures.
What do I get if I rage again?
Resistance.
And I have 1
Yeah.
HP, so that doesn't matter.
Yup.
Essentially. You have to play Slubby Solar style.
I am
So,
making a break for it and sprinting out.
Jump out the window.
okay.
Wait, is there a window? Is there a
There's a
porthole?
window. There's a porthole.
Oh, I'm jumping out the porthole.
Okay. I will say that you, climb on, the rafters trying to get out. This is going to provoke attacks opportunity. As you leave someone's threatened area, they can try and hit you.
So do I have to roll to not be hit?
No, I have to roll to hit you. So first,
Wait, can you roll it out here? I
I
have to
will
see
roll
this.
it out here.
What?
This is Captain Izel. Captain Izel has a reaction, and then the skeletons have a reaction.
So they
Skeletons are
both
going to
have
group
to
attack.
miss.
The skeletons are going to group attack on you, which means that I'm going to roll 1 die for me, and roll 1 die for the skeletons.
And they both have to be under 15 for my armor class. Okay.
I'll let you know this because you're going to die. Captain Izel, it's a +6 to hit.
Okay.
He also is a boss battle. So if I roll a 9, I hit a 15, and that's your armor class, and you die.
So anything under a 9, I
I
can
think
still
under 9
win.
you're okay. This is the bloody die.
Do you
Unless
have
would
to use
like-
the bloody die?
Alright, I'll use the die that Jess got me so I can blame Jess. And 4.
Okay.
Can't blame
Okay.
it now.
Okay.
Thanks, Jess.
At least
turn.
right now.
The crew's turn.
So is the crew
What's-
lower than Izel?
What's their attack bonus?
Okay. I will say that 6 of them use a group attack against you. Okay?
Okay.
So with 6 of them, they will have +9 to hit. And they would only deal 9 damage.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, but you only have 1 HP.
Yeah, I know. So what does it need to be? If it's +9.
If I get a 6.
Okay.
4.
Oh my god!
What was it? I didn't see it.
2.
Oh, God is so good.
Can I hug you?
Okay. Your round ends.
Okay, I'm not out yet.
Not out of it.
Not a bit yet. You jump out the window, out into the harbor, plunging into the ground. A rivulet of blood goes after you. You hear shouting on top of the boat itself as it's now the crew's turn as they flood from out of the portholes as well. They're trying their darndest to kill you.
Would I be awake? Damn.
And you're asleep. You're resting.
Which boat are they in?
The Skull Dreadnought.
How far away is that from here?
Oh, from Sylvia?
Yeah. How-
Really far away.
So it's not like, the next boat over, maybe?
No.
Of course it's not.
Group attack. Let's say 6 get to you. Does that seem fair?
I think 1 gets to me.
You think 1 gets to you?
Yeah.
I don't think 1 gets to you. I think more gets to you.
How many of these do you have left?
Oh, that was just a reaction. That was on your turn. They attacked you on your turn.
Huh. Okay.
I feel like if this happens, you need to thank Bjorn.
I do. Was that enough?
6.
13.
What? It's
When
+6?
6 get to you. When 6 get to you, they have +9.
Oh.
It's a 16 to hit. I will say this though. This changed from a small assassination start inside of the ship to something odd, something you might have seen. Unga is still dead.
Very sad.
But now I know more, possibly.
Who saw?
People on the shore.
No one important that we know of.
I mean, Jonesy saw.
Aww.
Screw Jonesy.
Plunges his bone dagger into you.
No, Jonesy got the last hit.
Jonesy kills you.
I'm just getting
Jonesy
double
kills
the
you.
betrayal.
As you fade out with this, and you see the skeleton, the penis on his head. Just.
No. Not Jonesy.
Alright.
Really, that was a good try.
So now I'm awake.
Yeah, now you're awake and back
Back to me. Back to just thinking about life. So,
Anyway.
now that this has occurred, this was a very public act, and
Not somewhat, but it's also like a bunch of people do crazy things on the boats.
which is really fair. But this would potentially travel fast between the people that were awake.
It's also like 4 a.m.
But like I'm up. So,
No, you
yeah.
went to trance, and now you're up.
Now I'm up. So,
This isn't really that much of news.
which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
However, he had a bounty.
Yeah,
So
but they didn't recognize.
Are you gonna collect my
Hold on.
bounty?
hold on, because he has a bounty, and I'm assuming most of the other people on the decks probably scour the bounty
People
board.
look at the bounty boards.
So would they have recognized Unga?
No. Maybe
Why
not.
not?
Maybe he would have. Maybe he would not have. But you have no idea if that would happen or not. Also, you got your hands full right now as it is. Chances are the best way to find Unga is go talk to Izel. I understand that you are new to playing, but I do also feel
R.I.P.
that there is quite a bit of using knowledge that Sylvia would not have.
Well, I mean, it depends, because, like, I feel as if Sylvie is, like, giving, like, real bounty hunter, and I feel as
Weighed
if...
in on this. What do you think, Jade?
I'm gonna make more typing
How
noises.
much do you think this is
I'm gonna make more
metagated?
typing noises. Well, here's my counter argument to your statement. Sylvie hunts people, and she is incredibly aware of the bounty board, and she will be incredibly aware of the other people who also pay attention to the bounty board. So obviously a body is not unnormal. However,
I mean,
would she not be aware when there's somebody taken off the bounty board if, like,
why would he be taken off the bounty board?
he's worth money?
But why would they take Unga's picture off the bounty board right now? They don't know that he's dead. They don't know that it was him.
What about the people just
That saw it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you... Imagine a pirate town, okay? Who's awake at 4 a.m.?
People that are drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that they
And
are
they're
like...
loud.
Oh, I remember that one! Exactly. That
It
was...
depends on the money
The Beast of
hungries.
Bagger's Dash! I'm gonna go knock down his body board because I'm a responsible citizen here. That's why I became a pirate. Yes.
Y'all heard
I
of it?
didn't say they were responsible. I just explicitly said he was worth money.
Yeah.
And that could be more money and drink.
It's just a... you see, it's a blur. It's a dark...
Okay.
It's on the haunted-looking ship.
I feel as if my argument made sense, but I will allow it.
I think that it is possible for you to find this out. It is not possible for you to find this out at this moment with your
Aw.
zero evidence.
Aw.
All you people and your evidence. That's what got Unga killed.
Yeah? Is that what got Unga
That
killed?
is what got Unga killed.
Jonesy, pick your bones.
Can Jonesy, like, canonically take my bones? Like, can he just have another massive rib that's just, like, half work?
Oh,
Fair point.
you know?
Because that would be kind of cool.
You know?
Jonesy might show up with a new tooth in his mouth because you've got orc tusks.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
Well, you had orc tusks.
I had.
So-
RP.
It's no gnoll tooth,
Okay.
but, you know,
Okay.
it's there.
Back into it.
Big and meaty.
Okay. I've answered my questions, I guess.
That you have no answers.
But I have no answers. So yeah, she would just make sure all of her weapons are sharpened, would collect her locket, tuck that shit in so nobody else saw that she had something. You're still asleep, right?
You waiting for him to get up? Or are you gonna split the party?
I'm not just.
That's fine. We can have more death. I've got a whole cutscene with Anubis.
For all of us? Yeah, no, you do. I know you do. I know how your brain works.
It's like 5 hours. Give me a second.
It is early enough, and I feel as if she would be on the deck making sure that things are good. She's probably wandering around making. I feel as if Sylvie is kind of like a hidden caretaker. Like she would make sure everybody got home safe from the bars and everybody was on the ship.
Chatting a little bit
Yeah,
about things. See if there are any like current events or anything.
kind of. Yeah, like this is like her morning newspaper, and then like checking, kind of like that everybody got home, that nothing happened to the ship while they were asleep, resting, things like that.
Go ahead and roll me insight. See if you find out anything during this.
D20.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm giving you a chance to learn information.
5.
5? Well,
R.I.P.
Brody struck out again. Keeps trying. He's trying his darndest, gosh darn it, but nobody wants to listen to his frankly abysmal poetry. Like, you've heard it.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's striking out.
Yeah.
But he keeps going after those large men. He just can't seem to get him to settle down. So, Brody can't make it.
So is Sylvie like consoling Brody?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like she'd pour him another glass and just tell him to go
He's
to bed.
wasted.
Yeah. It's time to go to bed,
Nice
bud.
glass of water.
It's like a nice, like she would slowly lead him down to like
It's 60 proof. You're gonna have fun. Go to bed.
try to make sure that nobody else woke up. Like these are the things that she like hides from typical. She's like, it's okay. Like there's always another one out there. He just didn't appreciate you.
So many fish in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a good fisherman.
It's okay.
You put him to bed.
Oh no.
Brody goes to bed.
Yeah.
And you take care of him for the time being, and then enough time goes by that and you wake up too.
Joe? Joe? Like, You want any water or anything?
Oh, feels so good. As Cho gets up and runs over to a porthole and starts vomiting.
Oh.
Just vomiting really hard.
Thinking like 3 sessions ago, where N just had to go through a large distance of space by unknown means that I will not disclose, and is also vomiting. She goes, oh. I get it.
Oh!
I get it. I get it.
Gag.
I definitely get it.
I will let you guys know that Cho will be vomiting until the end of the session.
Real. It was
You got
something
to
she had it.
She's not used to the island food.
It's all good. Trust me.
No one was for you, Jess.
Alright.
Sometimes horns. Yep.
Stop it.
Yeah, I get it.
So what are you two doing?
Just basically just going down. Sylvie. Sylvie. Morning.
Morning.
So, gotta get a way to convince everyone that they're in mortal peril.
Yeah. So that ruin you went to, you can do that little imagey thing, right? You should totally do that to me. I give you full permission.
Oh. Alrighty.
Okay.
And you see just a stream of a PowerPoint, essentially a PowerPoint stream. Because how
Okay.
the power works, I can send a single message or 25 words.
Okay.
I'm basically just PowerPointing to you.
Fair. Okay. So, can I do a perception check to see if there's anything in the area that I recognize?
Yeah, sure.
D20?
Yeah. It's gonna be a steep check because of the fact.
It's okay. I saw nothing.
Can I make it a little funny?
Sure. No.
No, go.
Tell.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, I want to pitch you an idea for this. You also project an embarrassing picture of you.
Oh, that's right.
What is it?
Oh, easy. Basically, the ruins were like, okay, so if this was like a 40 slideshow, 20 of it was just N vomiting in the first session. Because Cho vomiting reminded N, interspatial travel is actually that freaking awful. I
No,
get
actually, and you look over and you see Cho vomiting. Make a Constitution save yourself.
it. Because you just got a front row seat to N having the worst
Yeah.
landing of their life. Oh!
This plus.
Not bad.
Constitution save. It should be
That ain't bad.
on the top left-hand side. Below your name.
17.
17. You keep your breakfast down.
Fuck yeah, I do.
So, what you learn?
Oh, I learned a lot.
Oh!
Okay. So, what I'm thinking is that it was obviously between walking distance of this and town, because you ran.
Yeah, essentially.
So, I'm thinking it's the rec ruins.
Oh.
So, I think you and I, as safely as we could possibly go, while Cho is down for the count and Unga is unknown.
Just give me a bit.
Captain also saying he's gonna have a talk with the Unga, right?
I believe so.
Okay. We should check out him soon. Maybe later though.
Yeah, I feel as if you and I.
I mean, it would make more sense to go get under, wouldn't it?
It would, but Unga swings first and I need to get something. And he's not gonna tell me information. So if N's gonna be the calmest traveling partner.
And in all fairness, we do need supplies for the trip. This one will not go in town. Unga will.
Yeah.
Getting supplies first? You also have something to do this morning.
It's true.
I do have something to do this morning.
There is something I have to do this morning.
Does it have to be right in the morning?
And shows you.
It's the time you agreed on.
N does not know about this and is going to this cold. Doesn't know what
Oh.
Forgot about this.
You need anything before you go for supplies? I think we need
Yeah. So.
Something okay?
Yeah, no, we're fine. So while I do some business on some of the docks, I want you to go.
Oh, you're a bounty hunter. That's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the stalls. Here is. Do you have gold? Do you have gold that is valued here?
Just shows the pouch and like the amount of gold that I have.
What do you
You
mean?
have it is of a different printing, but
It'll work.
yeah, there is like March gold and then there is greenish gold, And the general idea is gold is gold is gold is gold.
Got it.
And that's what pirates care about.
Yep.
Perfect.
So it's like, oh, that's a different printing we've ever had. It's still made out of gold. Like, they might check it.
Yep.
But other than that, it'll work.
Yeah.
If silver with like the hand weight, like about the same. Heft.
Okay. Cool. So what I want you to do is I want you to go
Right.
to the shore shops,
Shore shops. Sure.
stalls, I assume. Okay. And get things that you think that we will need.
Foundation supplies. How long do you think? No, you're fine. Yeah, did run away from it, so we're not gonna take like a day trip, are we?
No. I would get
You guys separating the party again?
yeah. I need to do this by myself.
Alright.
And it's not like we're super duper far.
No, and it's not like separating the party has never worked out in your favor before.
Hasn't
And
affected me
nothing bad's ever
technically.
happened from being alone by yourself.
Technically, I have not been
Right next to
affected
a boss
yet.
battle.
Yeah.
Technically,
Izel's a whole boss battle.
I've not been affected quite yet. And she already hates Connor.
Now, N is totally okay to go with this.
Okay.
I'm thinking of like 50 different reasons off the top of my head how N can die.
No, that's so real. I also have thought about that,
Yeah.
but I don't think Sylvia would want to tell you what she was doing.
This is fair. Can you know the bounty?
I mean, Cho knows.
Yeah, Show knows. Show's also.
You would have been my person.
Do you know what the bounty? I can give you a small boost. I can give you words of encouragement.
I don't think I need words of encouragement.
You seem the confident sort.
I can come help it.
I'm screaming. You know what? You brought the undead army here. I don't think you have any room to judge. Right?
I did just give him the whole civilization. I think this is.
Yeah, no, you can come with me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've been
So
more reprehensible accent before.
we walk down so I can slave.
So, what's your bounty today?
Bounty is not the correct word that I would quite use. I unfortunately made a poor deal.
Poor deal.
Poor deal.
Poor deal.
Poor deal.
Should I know the details about this deal?
Just know that I lost,
Well, I do.
and I'm not necessarily doing anything that I enjoy.
I've done some bidding and bargaining for artifacts in the past before.
Yeah, this is not an artifact.
Some of the artifacts I ever sent you.
Fair. But this is like a body.
Like an automata?
Like a slave.
Oh! Just takes a pause, like, crunches, like, clicks teeth. Is that normal here?
For some people here, I feel as if it's
You've met slaves.
Yeah. Oh,
I've met slaves.
it's a
Ends with
I've met slaves.
No, ends with slaves. Oh, absolutely.
In N's culture, there are cultures around that do slavery.
Of course. But I just want to make sure, like, is that normal here?
yeah, right.
That
Isn't
was the question, essentially.
it's something that not everybody agrees with, right? But
Not every-
some
yeah.
do have them.
And just has
Like,
to be kept,
It's not outlawed.
It's not outlawed. You
Okay.
can do it. It is frowned upon generally.
Gotcha.
In some areas, it's like, I have a great slave, look at me. But in some areas, it's like, that's
Right.
cringe, dude. Why are you doing it?
What do you-
Especially for a society
What do you actually
of like pirates who are like, they value freedom quite
Yeah,
a bit.
essentially.
So,
So, raw deal was the raw deal that this was a bad price, or that you have to do this at all?
That I have to actually actively do this at all.
Gotcha. You have to tell that story one day.
So, I'm not enjoying this, but I have to fulfill my deal. So, I'll just drag you along with me, and hopefully we can get this over with as soon as possible, and we can move on our way.
I can understand. Don't want to harm you. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. So we walk down so I can meet Connor.
as we're walking down, going to go meet Connor, feeling this burden on you. That's where we're gonna end it for the session.
The
Come
burden.
We're gonna come back next session, and
My
you're gonna
burden.
buy someone, and then Cho's gonna meet back up with you.
The title. The burden.
Burden. How do we feel about that?
Do we want it for this one or next
Because
one?
in my
I feel
head,
like
like,
that would be for the next one, no?
this is true. We could do it for the next one. I just thought of the burden of like Unga's heart just crashing to the
Oh
floor.
no,
of
that's
the
real. I
stairs.
like the burden. Sorry, that sounded like way too excited. I'm actually so sad.
I love you very much, dude. I'm so sorry.
I am sad. Sorry,
R.I.P.
Unga.
Unga.
R.I.P.
Unga.
Don't worry, next week we'll have special guest Luigi. And we'll have the title as It's Me, Luigi.
Yeah. I need you all as players to understand that N is imprinted upon Unga as the person for this place that she's just come to.
You should go get Unga.
Yeah,
Unga's
no,
probably
N is gonna
with
try to
Izel.
keep going for.
Yeah, you should probably go find
Absolutely.
out what I'm gonna
Like,
find out.
like once we get Cho and once Cho's feeling okay and once we get through this, I'm sorry, honey.
R.I.P.
Well, I do have another 30 minutes if you guys want to not do slavery right now and go talk to Izel.
Yeah, we can go talk to Izel.
All right, we can.
No,
here,
let's go
I'm fine.
talk to Izel. Let's go talk.
I'm fine just being the cliffhanger of slavery next week.
No,
Regardless,
it's
it's
fine.
gonna
we
hang
can
over you.
do slavery next week
Okay.
as a cliffhanger. We can keep this as a cliffhanger, but we just go to Isaac
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, so plotline cliffhanger. Now we have to go collect
Well,
our other.
you guys are going to go. I'll say you guys walk past.
I was
Con.
gonna say, I'm assuming we're walking by.
You walk past Connor's like, alright, don't forget.
How could I?
Alright, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Partly Grimlick. And Grimlick is like this swamp troll with this like skull face. Just, I'm like, eats a rat. Like,
Aw.
like rips off its head and slurps it.
Ooh.
This 10-foot tall creature. Bigger than Unga. As you guys
R.I.P.
as you guys continue going over to Izel.
Unga is negative 6 feet tall right now.
That's a good one.
That's my dad.
That was good.
So, as you guys get over to the Skull Dreadnought, it looks a bit different. In the no longer in the moonlight, its boards are old. It seems to be well worn, even maybe salt washed white at points, but it's clearly made out of wood. As you guys going up?
We shall go up.
Okay. You guys going up, clambering up.
Is that meow thing gonna meet us again? Meow.
Hello, little
What's
friend.
up there?
Yeah.
Hello, friend. Yes, tell him that likes me.
I don't think we'll know until we
I should
get
ask
a
him.
reaction. So I assume Izel's downstairs.
Generally captains aren't captain's quarters. That's just kind of like, you know.
What is his captain, or not captain, first mate name again?
You don't know if he has a first, or what his first base name is.
So is everybody just watching me walk onto the boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some skeletons around here that are seemingly tending to the ship, but they're just minding their business. They don't seem phased by you.
Okay. So then she just walks down to the captain corner.
You go knocking or just going in?
She'd like half knock, half open the door already.
Yeah, like knocking and
Yeah.
opening the door.
She'd be like, hey.
You see Izel poring over like a map of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! What can I do for you?
We sent you to seek our friend.
Did you find Unga?
You know, I sent off the skeleton to find Unga, and then it was like, Winthrop over here, and there's a skeleton with a penis on his head.
Dick Winthrop.
Love.
Dick Winthrop.
Winthrop, go ahead and tell him. I went over to him, and I was like, hey, I'm here to pick you up, and he went, Captain Izel, and I went, no, I'm not Captain Izel, but we want you here on the boat. And he said, I'm not coming into town. So then I said, but we need you here on the boat in order to talk. And he said, I'm not coming into town. And he's like, well, then what are you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna go get the undead army. And I said, why would you do that? And then he ran off into the woods.
Oh, he's probably dead.
So,
When was this?
this was last night.
Night? Like,
After I left, I went to go get him. He saw me, talked a bunch of I don't know how. I do not know how him going to get the undead army helps him. I thought he was like a nature creature here. Doesn't that work against him?
I hope he's okay. That's 8 hours ago? more?
Something like that.
Oh, that's his chances are slim. Oh dear.
He might. It's the. Captain Izel goes. It's the woods. He might be fine. He might be dead.
Maybe. But
You guys figure out what you're doing then?
well, gonna get supplies today. Probably try to get that proof. You know. Proof. Evidence is a scholar's best weapon. You know?
Yeah. They're gonna have outposts. Yeah.
I raised my hand again. I'm
did.
sorry. It's a force of habit.
Sylvia raises her hand. Yeah.
Would I do a perception check to see if they have any different bones on them?
Sure. Perception check.
20?
Oh, decent.
17.
More than decent.
17. Some of these you're not entirely familiar with all of these skeletons. You did get a really great look at Winthrop, the skeleton with the penis on his head,
Thank
last
God.
night. But it's just like a penis-ish shaped growth. It's not like a whole like dog.
Well, I would
Like-
hope not.
No.
Okay.
Does she still want to look at him?
Like
No.
6.
So
Took me a second.
you didn't get a great look enough to like check the bones. You know, the bones are
Interesting.
certain.
Okay.
There aren't any suspicious bones at this point.
Then I don't want your bones.
Jonesy wanted my tooth.
I don't see Jonesy.
Yeah, Jonesy's not there.
I mean, everything that Izel has said to you so far makes sense.
No, it does, absolutely.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, yeah.
So unfortunate.
It is what it is.
Okay. So,
Well, if you're going to go find proof, you're going to want to get there and get something, but you don't want to run into 50 of them.
Of course.
They're going to have outposts, and those outposts are going to have scouts. Now, if you get one that can talk, you need one that can talk.
Neat.
Okay, if you just get another zombie they could just claim that you found some wizard to raise a body,
Yeah, that's fair.
or a skeleton they could just claim as one of mine. They're not going to believe you. You need to get a get. What?
Every now and then, you know, she brings one of her ancestors' bones back to life and like puppets it around and like calls to the spirits and like that.
Where are you from?
Oh, you know, it's an island somewhere around there. Our magic is really frowned upon, and you're probably starting to see why.
we're getting off track.
I mean, okay. That is, we are getting off track. What?
Do you want to know more?
No.
We gotta focus. There's an undead army coming. Come on.
Oh, speaking of, you are an expert on this. I definitely totally see that. Thank you so much for your information. How do we capture one?
You're gonna want to look for a white, a ghoul, or a ghast. They are corporeal. A ghoul and ghast are pretty similar. They have long claws. They have longer teeth. They'll try to bite you. One of them is stinkier than the other. You'll find it if you see it. Go ahead and chop off their limbs. Tie a rope around their neck and just bring them in. They don't need their limbs to talk, and they won't bleed out.
This is true.
So.
I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yep.
Fair.
Yeah.
So head towards them. I don't know where he got them from, but he didn't come from the west, so I'm guessing he's either from the east. So that way.
Thanks, Captain.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just turn around and we leave?
The rock ruins are to the southeast.
Yep.
So he says just east. So.
She knows. She looked at the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you guys have to go commit slavery.
You want to do it now, or?
As you guys get up there and meet Connor, you also come across a 7-foot-tall, sickly looking at the point, but it is angelic Cho. He's like, okay, a bit better.
Oh, here. Gotcha, buddy. He, like, puts up
Oh.
little small lizard tries
Yeah.
to support big gnoll.
As you do that and you're coming in front of Connor, that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Real.
Perfect.
But aren't you guys so glad that you have your good buddy Izel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fantastic source of information. So open, so vulnerable.
Yeah.
I want his hat.
That's. Hey.
He could have just reached for his hat, picked up the boss battle where I left off with him at
could've.
full HP.
Is this one lose a limb?
I thought you were going to get further into the combat because I thought you were going to wake up and it was going to be, I was like draw out the map and I'm like, he's already dead. As soon as you were like I don't wake up, I'm like, you would have need to have woken up and then immediately raged. And then you would have like options because then you have like twice your effective hit points.
Yeah. Which I did not have the option for because he got the ambush on me, right? I wouldn't have been able to do that.
No, if because his swords were so painful that they dazed you.
Right. So even if I chose to rage there, I couldn't have raged there.
You could have raged there, but that would have been like your turn. Your turn would have been raging.
Oh, okay.
And then they would have went, okay, cool. It is now the crew's turn, and then it is the ship's turn, and then it is
The ship gets a turn?
layer action. The ship gets a turn. You don't even know what the ship can do at this point.
I love Larry.
I set up this whole thing. I thought it was gonna be this whole thing where you were like survive multiple rounds, and you were gonna like battering at the wall to try and get out. No. Oh, really? I also thought that I would have missed like one of the initial attacks.
Just one shot by the triple attack. Aside from the relentless endurance.
Well, Nurse is a hell of a ability, though.
Yeah.
Sure is. Brought me back to life for about 3 minutes.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm free. I'm like, they jump in the water after you. No!
I was like fully prepared for some like bone shark to just be like following along, like just
I don't even
something
know
stupid.
where I would have gone after that. I would have had to run into town, and then someone probably would have been like, "The Beast of Bagger's Dash," and throw a knife at me or something and kill me.
You're like, you are wanted dead or alive, but like, if they can take you alive, it's like, all right, let's get it cool. As opposed to Izel, who's just plain murdering you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What a fake friend.
Yeah.
why
honestly,
would Izel tell you all of that?
I figured he wanted the undead dead too.
Yeah. But if he already has you in his captain's quarters, why would he tell you all that? It's like assassinating you in your sleep and assassinating you in your awake at that point is the same. Because like
Maybe he felt remorse.
he felt remorse.
In my idea, he's
I'm
basically
gonna say probs didn't, but
I thought he was telling me all that because, like,
I don't feel things. I'm numb.
my overly positive ass is I think he's trying to beg for help in as covert a way as possible.
I thought he didn't like him either.
honestly,
enemy.
there is a chance that he probably didn't, but he was being controlled as he was murdering you. So even if that was like an action he
Then
didn't
he
want
lied
to do,
to Sylvia and Anne
Yeah.
about it, so like he's
Yeah.
definitely not.
well, I mean,
Where do I still be done about?
He was like, yeah,
So-
Unga just went into the woods.
Oh yeah,
it could have been the
that's a
devil.
lie. But
No,
it's
that's
also
absolutely-
the most Unga thing to do, which
Which
makes
is
it
real.
the hardest thing to
Which
like.
is why I was like, I cannot deception check here because that is fucking true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the fact that
So-
he came into the city is weirder than him running off
Yeah.
the woods and like, I'm gonna go run to the moon.
Oh yeah, the moon. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording there.
Oh, good.
But that's a lot
Another
of fun.
session, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
And R.I.P. Unga.
Happy Unga.
Alright,
We'll be
Pete.
back next week.
Unga
Listen to
won't.
this scene. Bye.